Acknowledge that the Lord is God. He made us and we belong to Him. We are His people. We are His. Thank Thee for what You have done in our lives, Lord. Those are sick and suffering and could not forgive our sins and shortcomings and help us to preach.
It's a round, yeah. This rope represents. This is what happened. Okay. Now we can see that there is two ends. Now the relationship is broken. Safety pin, yeah. This safety pin, just for demonstration, it represents Jesus Christ itself. That's it. So it is meant that.
The characters are 1. Love, 2. Joy, 3. Peace, patience, kindness, gentleness, generosity, faithfulness, humility, self-control.
Welcome spirit and forgiving. And in the Colossians chapter 3 verse related to this one, Caesar, the Lucifer, what character?
Hatred, discord, jealousy, fits of rage, selfish ambition, strife, hostility, envy, drunkenness, sexual perversions, sexual immorality, recklessness, impure thoughts, filthy language.
Let's all remember that we are not supposed to have this character that will always divide or separate, that will bring misunderstanding, hatred, and sorrow, and all those negative things in our society.
Is the largest city in eastern Benin. It lies in the heart of this West African country. With a population of 206,000, it boasts a number of international markets and industries. One visionary village chief opened the doors of his community. This chief welcomed the Seventh-day Adventist Church to invest in Parakou. Have to travel very far to attend school. It can be dangerous to walk to school. Seventh-day Adventist children will especially benefit from a church-owned and operated institution. It will also add more classes to the current kindergarten and primary school in Dakar, and your offering will purchase books for the children to read in their own language. Please pray and support the mission of the Seventh-day Adventist Church.
This song. I'd also would like to thank all of you for participating in the Sabbath school. On the chart, I'd like to request Portia. As we've seen and witnessed in the video that we just saw, that we do not sometimes realize and take it for granted, living in our and bringing more and more people into the Lord's fold. I was one of them. I went to an Adventist school.
Our division president, Pastor John, we welcome you, sir. And also I see Pastor Franklin. And I request Pastor Franklin Francis to lead us in prayer.
Father, as we have gathered to learn more about it through the lesson study, we ask you to bless the teacher in a very special way. Give him more understanding and knowledge.
My house shall be called a house of prayer for all nations, for everyone and everywhere. Early on, the gospel went worldwide because it is universally nation, every tongue, every kindred, and every.
Preach unto them that dwell on earth, and to every nation, kindred, and tongue and people.
Congo, Ethiopia, from the African continent. So the gospel has reached everywhere, even in the African continent, even in Asia. 18.7 and Pondicherry. Then here we have more Christians in these states. All right, so this is how we see and how much work is to be done. It's like we have one area in Chhattisgarh, that is the Bastar district. They say it's one of the most backward.
The word repent. Not just the King James Version, you read any other version of the Bible. Jonah never tells them his story. And this is the term that he's thrown into the sea and he's vomited out by this big fish, and he goes and does what God has initially asked him to do. Very interesting that a man who's given second chance by God would not give second chance to someone. I think a few other things that are important from the passage is that it's important to have good leaders, isn't it? The king himself says, when he heard about it, that every man, not just man, but animal.
And for me, advance is something to do with don't stand here, go forward. That enter a new territory means we are supposed to go forward.
Between Samaria and Galilee. As he was going into a village, 10 men with leprosy came towards him.
Other sheep that are not of this sheep pen, I must bring them also. They too will listen to my voice, and there shall be one flock and one shepherd.
Embraced in the Adventist Church, we have this tendency to be so at comfort, including the church. We are in the comfort zone, and we don't feel.
Those who had so many advantages to wake up to that true calling and purpose was as a people. He wanted them to see that salvation.
And are we the light? Who's the light? Jesus. We are only reflecting his light. So if we are in constant touch with him, our light will always be shown around. We can show around that light. So remember,
the society or the community is looking unto me. So if you look at the Matthew chapter 5 now, whereby you are the light of the world.
Both of you take care of the video recording.
Forward till the very animal. They fasted.
Yes.
And they repented. Destroyed within 40 days. It should be destroyed. Otherwise I become a false prophet.
For this kind of thing, our labors may not be